Let's solve together this question from May-June 2024 about DNA. Question 5. The sequence of bases on one strand of a section of DNA is TAC, CGT, AAT, TAT. Which of these is the complementary sequence of DNA on the other strand of the double helix? Complementary on the DNA. So we have to find the complementary nitrogenous bases for this sequence. T, according to the base pairing rule, complementary base pairing rules, T will bind with A with T, C with G, C with G, G with C, T with A. So T, A, T, A. So the answer is A. Which of these is the correct summary of the process occurring during protein synthesis? Protein synthesis is two parts: transcription, then translation. Transcription in the nucleus when DNA is converted into messenger RNA. Then this messenger RNA will leave to the out of the nucleus into the ribosomes in the cytoplasm. So translation will occur to produce protein. So the answer is A. The table shows different mRNA codons for some amino acids. UUU and UUC will code for W. AUG will code for X. UGU and UGC will code for Y. Now the question is, UUU, AUG, UGU is one combination of codons that codes for the sequence of amino acids WXY. Give the number of other combinations that will code for the same amino acid sequence. Let's write them together. U, and A, U, G, and U, G, U. This is the first one. Then U, A, U, G, and U, G, C. Now U, C, A, U, G, U, G, U. Then U, C, A, U, G, U, G, C. But this one is given in the question. So the other combinations are 3. Explain why most genetic mutations have no effect on the phenotype of an organism. Use the information in the table and your knowledge in your answer. So you have to use the information from the table. You have to give examples from the table. Why some mutations will not give or will not affect the phenotype of an organism? Because different codons or different bases may code for the same amino acids. As we see here, different codons, they code for the same amino acid. So any mutation here will code for the same amino acid. So the amino acids will not change. So the protein will not change. So no change in the protein. I will write the answer. So some sequences, or let's say different codes, will code for the same amino acid. So no change in the protein or the enzyme, because the same sequence of amino acids will be produced. So, no change in the 3D shape of the active site. Sometimes the mutation is in a recessive allele, so the phenotype will not be expressed, or it happens in the non-coding part of DNA. The last question. State one way that the incidence of mutations can be increased. 1 point. You can say radiation, UV light, smoking, carcinogens, X-rays, any mutagens.